What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm back here at Gettle Chevrolet of Punta Gorda, Florida, checking out this brand new 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV 2RS. And today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out as far as the design, powertrain, technology, and the test drive. So if you're interested in watching more videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to this. Equinox has been a part of Chevy family for decades now, one of the most popular compact SUVs of the brand, the workhorse. You can see it in many fleets, rental car agencies, and it's very popular among consumers as well. Now, this is the EV version, not to be confused with the internal combustion vehicle, because they're completely different. About the only thing that's the same with them is the Equinox name and the size of this vehicle, but the two have nothing else in common. By the way, the new Chevy Equinox, the completely redesigned one, internal combustion one, is coming for 2025 model year, and the dealers should expect that about third quarter of this year of 2024. But before that happens, let's take a look and see what we have on this EV version. And the design of it is completely different. Actually, I like it. Let's take a look starting from the hood. So the hood has this bulge right in the middle in the shape of the letter T with the two indents on the side. Scrolling down below, you see a set of lights. Those are LED daytime running lights with the turn signals, of course, on the sides. And this blade light glows through the entire width of this vehicle. Now, the headlights are down here below. And you see the RS badging on the side. That's the model that I have for you today. It's pretty cool. Let me give you a close-up of it. You have this carbon imitation trim with the front view camera. The grille is closed up for the most part, like on most EVs, but it does allow some air for cooling off that battery temperature management system. And then down below, you have this splitter in the same color as the rest of the car. And if you look on the side, you can see through it because those are air curtains allowing the air to pass through, improving the aerodynamics of this vehicle. Unfortunately, unlike some of the competitors, it does not have any frunk space. Instead, you can see the electric motor exposed right here. This is a single motor version, produces about 213 horsepower. It has about 319-mile range, so the range is really good. The horsepower, not very impressive. 0 to 60 on this is about 7.7 seconds, so competitive, but with the internal combustion version of it. Now, if you go for the two-motor one with the all-wheel drive, you're going to get bumped up to about 288 horsepower. That's going to be slightly quicker. Now, as far as the rest of the setup, we have the hood struts holding up this hood nice and tall. We also have some sound insulation with the Chevy bow tie embossed underneath it. Overall, I like the sporty design of this Chevy Equinox. It is definitely different. It stands out from the crowd. So if you're one of the people that are looking for the electric vehicle and don't want to have just another Tesla on the block, this might be a perfect solution for you. If we get close up, you see that this 2RS is equipped with a 21-inch wheels. They're in piano black. As far as the size of the tires, we have 275 by 40 on 21-inch rim, and in the back, all-wheel disc brakes, of course. Now, the charging port is right on the side here, and unlike the Chevy Blazer EV, this one is manual operation. So you have the stage 1 and stage 2 charger. As far as being compatible with the Tesla charger, Chevy says that they're going to start shipping out the adapters in 2025, and after that, they're going to have a universal charger. Now, scrolling down here, you have the Equinox badge on the side, with the E being in the blue color that signifies it's an electric vehicle. The mirror caps are the same color as the rest of the vehicle. You have the side camera on the side that also has a heated mirror with a blind spot assist. And if you look at the door handles, this is a pretty cool feature. We've seen similar things before. Okay, you close it, they go flush with the door. If I approach this vehicle and get close enough and have the key somewhere on me, it can actually unlock itself. I know some people are concerned about how is it going to hold up in the wintertime when it's frozen. I guess time will tell, but this is not a fresh design. There's been designs like this before. And as we go around the corner, you can see this brand new styling here in the back, including this LED taillights. Now, I love them. Let's check this out, guys. Nice, bright, visible, all LED. Again, going through the entire width of the vehicle. Chevy bow tie right in the middle and RS on the side. They have the third brake light right on top. You have the exposed wiper. And down here below, you have the rear view camera. And look at this diamond shape inlay diffuser style bottom portion of the bumper. Again, this is that carbon fiber look that they're going for. Really nice and aggressive. Let's see how much room we have on the interior. So if you opt in for this Equinox, you're going to get this standard Chevy key. Unlock, lock, 2 times to start, 2 times to open the gate, and then you have the panic button. And let's take a look what we have right on top of the gate. You have this button to close it. And then in the back, behind the rear seats, you have about 26 cubic feet of storage. It's not the most, it's not the least. It's just enough. Can definitely fit a few luggages in here. Right here, you have this home charging kit. Now, this vehicle, as I mentioned, is available for the DC1 or the DC fast charging, the level 1, level 2 charging. Here's your adapter for the home use. If you have 220 volt outlet installed in your house, I heard this vehicle charges at about 70 miles range per hour of charging. So if you leave it on for a few hours, 3-4 hours, you should be good to go. 10 to 90% charge on the DC fast charge is about 51 minutes. Underneath here, you have a little bit more storage. No spare tire is available, but you have some hidden compartments if you want to put something and keep it out of the way. Now, the seats can be folded down. They're 60-40 split. That will extend the cargo space to about 57 cubic feet. Again, it's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Okay, but that's how it looks like. This is what you have for cargo. Let's see what we have for passengers. And as always, let's start with this rear door panel. Look at this. It's got some nice color breakthroughs, a little bit of red. Now you have a different texture trim. This is nice and soft. This is hard plastic. Then you have a little bit more storage at the bottom of the door, a speaker, and the window control. Getting inside of this vehicle, you see the seats have kind of the same color scheme as we've seen on the side of the doors. A little bit of red, a little bit of contrast stitching. So it's fabric with combination of this man-made leather. In the middle, you have the console that opens up with 2 cup holders, and in this middle console you have your own vents, 2 USB Type-C ports, and a little bit more storage down here at the bottom. Both driver and passenger seats have the seat back storage. There's no bump in the middle. That should make it comfortable for all 3 passengers in the back. Let me jump inside and see if I can fit in this back seat. Well, I've been driving this vehicle in this parking lot, so I have adjusted the front seat to my regular driving position. Getting in, it's easy, and oh my goodness, I have tons of space, guys. I have probably about 3-4 inches in front of my knees. I'm almost 6 feet tall, just over 5'11", and I have about 2 inches above my head. Plenty of shoulder room, plenty of knee room. The seats are pretty comfortable, actually. I mean, there's no adjustments on it, so I mean, this is the sitting position, which is not bad at all. Let's see what's going on in the front. And before we get inside, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. We're going to use this new door handle right here. Definitely different than the traditional one. And boom. All right, I'll give it about 6 out of 10. So just kind of a little bit better than average, but not the best. If you look at this front door panel, you see that these materials are actually, this is soft material. You have the same inlays as we've seen in the back, the same trim around here. And then we have the window mirror lock controls, more storage down here at the bottom, and the speaker as well. Now, both driver and passenger seats have the power adjustments, and look at this. I like the way they look. Okay, they have a little bit of red, a little sporty RS in the headrest, and down here below in the middle console, if you need more storage for like your purse or something that you want to hide from people, you can definitely put it there. Nice sporty vents. Look at this. This looks like out of a jet engine or something. And down here below, you have the electronic parking brake, a lane keep assist, auto hold for your brakes. You can open your rear gate and adjust the brightness of the instrument cluster. Now, let's get inside and I'll show you the rest of this interior. So here it is, guys. This is the interior of this 2024 Equinox EV. Actually, I like it. From the visual perspective, it looks really good. I mean, we have these vents on the side that look kind of like the jet engines. Now, we also have this multi-tier dashboard. This is soft material, by the way. We have the same trim as you find on the door. Dashboard is really, really long. I mean, you see the speakers are probably somewhere in there. Now, I don't see any display over here, but it looks like it might have a head-up display as well. And scrolling down here, you'll find the sporty steering wheel with the flat bottom RS, a little bit of piano black, bunch of buttons. This is for cruise control, and this is the Super Cruise. Well, oh, Super Cruise unavailable, no road information. Okay, I don't know if it has it or this option is not installed on it. But on the other side, you have the voice control, you have the media, a heated steering wheel, menu, and then of course the up and down and select buttons. And then on the left-hand side, this is your turn signals and wipers. Basically, you also have the region buttons, and you can set it up for the one pedal driving. Attention assist right here in the middle. That's your gear shifter on the right hand side. So you can see it's on column mounted. And if you were looking for the light controls, you can't find it here. You can't find it here, but they are right here on the screen. See this little light icon? You press it and then you have off auto, and then you can have them on or off, whichever you like. I kind of don't like it. I think they should leave it the way that was. I mean, that's just going to get a lot of people confused. But as far as the instrument cluster, let's see what we have. So this is the main setup. Now on the left-hand side, you have the time, date, range, and we 66% charge. You have the speedometer right here in the middle. And we can change the different views of it. This is more classic view. Of course, we have the miles per hour on the left-hand side and see how many kilowatts it's using at any given moment on the right-hand side. Another one is the maps will still leave you all of the important information in the left lower corner. And then we have the dynamic cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and then this is a very simple screen. Go back to the main one, and right here we have the audio, so you can select which ones you want. Now it's set up as the Sirius XM. Let's go back out of here, and let's see what's going on. At the lower portion, you see who's buckled up and who's not, and then we have the gear indicator, and that's pretty much what you have in this instrument cluster. Now look at this, guys. 17 inches off screen. This is insane. This is huge, and I love it. I mean, it looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's hit OK. We're going to stay in the demo mode. Yes, this is the Google-based system that we've seen on some of the other Chevys. Really good system, in my opinion. But before we get to this, let's see. All right, so we have the volume here, which is going to turn down all the way. See, it displays right here. Now, you can turn the vehicle off here because there is no button to turn it on or off. You basically get in the vehicle, press the brake pedal, put it in gear, and start driving. Now, another button that we have over here is, it says the vehicle will remain on for 60 minutes. Make sure you have enough charge on the battery. Okay. Another one is the one pedal driving. So you can set that on in here. Controls and safety. So this opens up more features on this vehicle. You can control the dome light, power window lockout, camera, traction control, auto high beams, auto park assist, and then of course I showed you the lights already. So this is on the left-hand side on the screen. Now this is your main infotainment system menu. So a lot of features here. We've seen it before. Let's take a look and see what we have. The vehicle status, the drive modes are right here. Now, I kind of wish that the drive modes were more accessible, right? You don't have to go through the screen and flip through the menu, but we have normal, sport, snow, ice, and my mode where you can customize it, hitting this button right here. So you can select the steering wheel, brake feel, acceleration feel, motor sound, and normal, sport, or off, etc. So let's go back to the home screen. Let's see what else we have. Play Store. Now with Chevy, you have about 8 years of connectivity that's included in it. So if you have a Google account, you have a Gmail account, you can access your favorite apps from the Play Store. You can download Spotify, YouTube, anything that you want. As far as charging, let's see what that opens up. Okay, charge to 80%. That's basically where it's set up right now. Why charge to 80%? Now, that's interesting because most manufacturers are claiming that, hey, this vehicle's got 319-mile range, but you shouldn't charge it over 80%. And why is that? Well, there's actually a couple of reasons for that. Well, first of all, from 80 to 100, the battery gets really crowded on the inside, and it takes a lot longer to charge from 80 to 100 than, let's say, from 10 to 80%. It also doesn't allow you to leave any room for the regenerative braking that puts that power back into the battery. If you're at 100%, where's it going to go? So it's really not working very well. So the charging recommended is to 80%. It's going to be 258-mile range if you do it. If you go on a long trip, you can go ahead and charge it up for, to 100% and get the full advantage of the 319-mile trip. All right, you can sign into your Chevy account, create a schedule for charging, and then home charge locations, notifications, etc. Back to the home screen. You have camera. I'm really curious about that. So we have the standard overhead cam, okay, side cameras, right? Basically, we have the 360 camera in here. All right, we're going to turn this off. It looks good. I kind of wish that it took up the entire screen. It takes up only this portion of it. Now, does it have this under vehicle camera? Let's see. If we start moving, nope, just the regular camera. We go to reverse. Nothing too crazy about it. What I do like about it, though, is the quality of it. You can see all the pebbles in there, so the quality is really good. Kind of wish that was a little bit bigger. That's just my complaint about it. Alexa settings, ambient lighting. Not sure where that is going to be visible, especially at this time of the day, but I don't see anything peeking through it. Set to drive mode. We can actually do that, customize it, unlinked from drive mode. All right, we're going to put it in red and let's see what's going to happen. Well, I don't see it anywhere because it's too bright outside, but apparently it's there. So we have the auto park assist climate control. You hit that button, it's going to open up your climate control settings and you can adjust it from here. Okay, now is this a single zone climate control, dual zone? Looks like there's a single zone. Kind of wish there was a dual zone. Yep, because we only have one feature over here at 75. Let's see. Yeah, that changes. Well, I wish there was a dual zone climate control, but then you can set it up, I guess, to the rear seats as well. Nope, just front seat. Anyways, here's your shortcut buttons. Looks like you have the heated seats, a feature really needed here in Florida. Ventilated would be really nice. And then we have some shortcut buttons, the same buttons basically that you have down here at the bottom, the hard button. So if you don't want to look for it in the infotainment system, you can do it from there. All right, so we have the climate control, Wi-Fi, hotspot, audio, maps. Maps are really nice. I mean, if you're a Google user, you're gonna love it because that's basically the same thing as you have on your phone. Really nice, easy to use. I know some of the Apple lovers are gonna be hating it, maybe. I don't know. Don't be hating. Just, get used to it. Phone controls my Chevrolet podcast and news. The one thing that I couldn't find here, and I don't think it has it, to be honest with you, is the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I don't think it has that option at all. You can pair your phone, which I did. You can pair your phone with it, but it doesn't give you an option to turn on the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Here is your media settings, so AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, of course, your USB, Alexa, podcast, etc., whatever you add to it. Okay, back to maps. No phone paired right now. And here's your controls and safety. This is your infotainment system down here at the bottom. You have some nice vents. You also have the hard buttons, as I mentioned before. And here, is this a wireless charging? I don't see this. Well, it looks like this is the programming for keys, but probably no wireless charging. Let me put my phone in there and see if anything's going to happen. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Nothing happens. Anyways, you have the two USB Type-C ports here. You have a small phone. You can actually slide it here as well. Two cup holders, and you have a very tiny console, very narrow one. It's pretty deep, but it's narrow. And what's going on top? Small mirror. Then we have the OnStar. Of course, we have the hazard lights are actually right here. That's interesting. And now we have the regular LED lights. No sunglasses holder. Come on, you should have it. Illuminated mirrors. And this is it. This is the interior of this 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV. Looks pretty good. Let's see how it drives. And guys, before we take it for a spin, let's take a look at the Chevy website and see what trim levels are available. So 1LT is the base one, 33.6 is the starting MSRP. From what I've been told, this is not going to be available for a few months now. 2LT, 41.9, 3LT, 43.9 starting MSRP. 2RS is the one that I'm sitting in right now. It says 43.4. However, on the one that I have, it says 46.1. So a little bit discrepancy here. I'm not sure if this is the first edition, although it doesn't say anything here. And then the 3RS is the top of the line, starting at 45.4. And, you know, you can get it with either the front wheel drive. Let's see what the all-wheel drive will add. 43,295 all-wheel drive, 46,595. So we're looking at about $3,300 for the all-wheel drive. But if that's something that you need, maybe you live in the climate that you need to have it, might be an option for you too. Now, let's see how it drives. You know, one of the things that I noticed right away is how big this dashboard is. It's huge. It's almost like an unused space here because the windshield starts somewhere over there. All right. Anyways, let's make a circle here. Turn the wheel all the way to the left and make a circle, right? So see how tight it is. That's actually pretty good. Not bad. And then since we have this open parking lot here, let's see how it accelerates. Am I in the sport mode? I'm gonna go to the drive modes. Let's see. See, that's what I'm talking about. You get drive modes. All right, sport mode. Hey, not bad. You know what? I was listening to some of the reviews. I was reading some. A lot of people were complaining about this not being as fast as some of the other EVs. And I get it. You know, that's a valid complaint, especially if you compare it to, you know, the Tesla, the performance ones, you know, those some of the vehicles that have that instant power and you know, you go 0 to 60 in 2, 3, 4 seconds. This one's 7.7 seconds, which is something that most people are used to. Okay, not everybody wants that performance version. There should be one available, like on the Chevy Blazer EV. There is the SS that's going to be coming out. Then we have the Ioniq 5N. Then we have the Kia EV6 GT. Those are the performance versions of the electric vehicle. But for 90% of people, maybe more, all you need is a vehicle that's going to be easy to drive, that's going to be fast enough to merge in traffic without, you know, getting into an accident or anything like this. And that's something like this. I think it's plenty for about 80-90% of people, and that's really what they're aiming for, right? I mean, to please the 1%, I mean, it never really works. So of course it's quiet because there's no internal combustion engine. Let's see how it handles bumps. Okay, it's not bad. But let's stop right here. We're gonna be at 0. Let's see how that acceleration really is. Not bad. You got it up to about 45 miles per hour. I mean, just like a regular vehicle. This would be more manageable as a transition vehicle from somebody that's in an internal combustion engine right now that wants to try out the electric vehicle, sometimes getting into those powerful ones and hitting that accelerator, I mean, that might cause a lot more harm than good. Let's see it. Sounds good. All right, 54. Now, one thing I have to mention though, that it's a little bouncier than I would like it to be. I know the road is not perfect, but a lot of vehicles that I've driven on this road handled a little bit nicer. It is a heavy vehicle, almost 5,000 pounds as a curb weight, 4,900 and some change. So definitely something to consider. Well, let's talk about it before I take it to the dealership. Uh, Overall, I like it. I have to put aside my own personal views and beliefs as far as the electric vehicles. It's just not something that's going to fit my lifestyle. But I learned to appreciate them as technology evolves and as, I see more and more of them on the road. It's kind of going to be the parallel reality, right? We're still going to have the combustion engine vehicles. We're still going to have hybrids. I don't think they're going away, even though I know there's a push for everything to be electric. I don't see that, at least not anytime soon. And, and it's good because I believe in choices. I mean, if you want to have a, V8, then you should be able to get a V8. If you want to have an electric vehicle, then you should be able to get an electric vehicle. But, that's not where the agenda is right now. We're not going to get into it. Maybe there's going to be another video. I know I keep on promising that and I keep on slacking. So sorry about that. But I will, put a video about the production of the electric vehicle, about the impact of it on the environment, about how it contradicts everything we've been listening to. And if you've noticed of how the advertisements go, it went from, hey, zero emission vehicle to zero tailpipe emission vehicle, because they know that there's a lot more into production of the vehicle, into disposing of the battery, into all of the environmental impact that mining of the battery materials have than just the battery itself. So if you take it all together, it might not be as environmentally friendly. But getting back to this one, overall, I like this vehicle. I think it's got great design. It's got really nice technology. There's certain things on it that I'm not sure if I like. Actually, I don't like the location of this light control. I don't like the location of this drive control. I think, something that you need to switch on quickly should be readily accessible on the steering wheel right there. There should be a button, boom, boom, it's done, right? I'm not sure about the door handles. I mean, it's just my personal thing. It's not my cup of tea, but some people might like it. And overall, the range is good. The power of it is substantial to probably about 90% of people. If you're not looking to race it, this is good. And I honestly like this better than the Chevy Blazer EV that I test driven not too long ago. Well, guys, let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you buy it or not? And why? I'd love to hear your comments. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you liked this video and you learned something from it. And if you did, please help me grow the channel. Hit that like, subscribe button, turn on that bell notification ring bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.